How to build a personal brand when you have a 9-to-5 job. Hi, I'm Delia Fox, and I help professionals succeed through their reputation. So one of the things that I see as content on personal branding is that people are looking for a side hustle to build their personal brand more, to become influencers in their niche, even if it's more related to their work or not. But if we talk about a 9-to-5 job, and here my mind goes to people who work in corporate because that's where my niche is, what can you do to build your personal brand? So first of all, what is a personal brand? A personal brand is the brand of a person rather than the brand as a company. So when you think about Google, you think of the company. When you think about Bill Gates, you think of the person. So both have brands, they're brands, but Google is a brand and Bill Gates is a person brand, a brand itself as well. But because it's related to a person, it's a personal brand. If you look online to see what is the definition of a personal brand, you will see that a personal brand is a conscious effort that you make to influence the way you are seen by others. Why is this important? Because if you think about how you behave, you can change the way people behave around you. And this means that you may have to really consider a strategy when you're building your brand. So you're not just copying others and just behaving normally. You're actually planning ahead of what you need to do if you're building your personal brand, because it's not just going to come to you, right? If personal branding is an intentional effort, are you making the effort? When I started my personal brand, I did some exercises. Most of them are kind of boring to say, but those are the intention that you need to do to create a personal brand. So it's not going to be done by posting content on social media without having the strategy behind it. So when you build a personal brand, there are a lot of pillars that you need to consider in your niche, really. So your niche here will be your manager, will be the company you work for, all the recruiters, or everyone in your industry. Then you have to think about what have you of value for others. So not necessarily what you do for a living now, but what you can do to improve the value that is associated with you. You also have to think about yourself as a package. So the way you have a brand and you go to the supermarket and you buy your everyday, I don't know, biscuits, it should have a brand. Usually you already know exactly what you want. That a package of biscuits should be the same for you as well. So you as a professional, you should have your package. And here is where you look at your values, you look at your mission statement, and you look at the reason behind your career choice. That is your package, really. Then you want to understand exactly who are the people who should know about your existence. So here we look at everything that can help you influence masses, right? So here is more about you promoting yourself, connecting with people so that they can become your brand ambassadors. So instead of you telling and promoting yourself that you are the best at whatever you're doing, you can have another 5 to 10 people who do that for you because they're part of your network. So knowing how to network and knowing how to promote yourself are crucial. And these are done as exercises. You need to practice and know exactly how to do it, which is what I do in my courses. And then you have to think about your content as well. Okay, so not saying that you have to create content. What I'm saying is more about what is your competitive advantage. So we discussed your package as of values, first impressions. There are lots to talk about. Your package, your exterior, really, and your interior as well, in terms of how you define it to others, values, mission statement, and your career choice. But then you have to understand exactly what are the ingredients. Yes, what is the material you're made of. So here is really a discussion about what makes you unique in your field, what makes you more valuable than a colleague who has the same function as you have. So this is really crucial. And again, it's an exercise that you have to complete in order for you to understand what is it that makes you unique. Another interesting point in terms of building your personal brand is to know your reputation. So your reputation means what others think of you when they see you, when they hear you, or they see an email from you. Every time you come up, that you create a feeling to people, and that feeling is really related to the way you treated them in the past, so that in a way they made an impression of you based on past experiences, or worse, based on other people's opinion of you. So this means that you need to understand exactly what your reputation is today and then how to improve it. So if you're, for instance, if you are a micromanager, you may have to do some exercises extra to catch up because you already have a bad reputation. But when we talk about reputation, we also talk about how to react if people say something about you. So a good example of it is if someone says, "Oh, Delia, you're always late to meetings." That makes you, that puts a negative thing on you, of course, and people may think that you're always late because this person says it out loud, when in fact you are late twice, but because you don't know how to protect your brand, you don't say anything. And because you don't say anything, in a way you're kind of agreeing with the person who says something negative about you. So part of the building your brand is to know exactly how to react if people come at you, sometimes with good merit happens and you have to fix it, or sometimes it's just something that they don't really get. They put a tag on you, and because you don't react, you're getting that tag on you. So you need to know exactly how to protect your brand. And of course, the most important part of it is to know how to promote yourself, to know how to understand exactly what you can do to be different. You have to spend time with understanding your values, your mission statement, and your story behind your career choice. But you also have to have a list of wins, your achievements that can make people add credibility to you. So it's the facts from your experience that will count, and they will talk for you. Sometimes you can say that you are the best, but without proving it, you can't actually be the best. You need to have a list of achievements so that people understand exactly what is it that makes you unique. So it's not only to know exactly how to talk yourself in conversations. It's also about how to prove and build credibility in your field. So personal branding at work or a 9 to 5 job is more about knowing who you are and how to present yourself than it is to create content in your field. That's also important. And we, in my course, we look at how to, use social media and how to create visibility around your brand. But the most important part is that you need to tick all these boxes to build your personal brand. So take a deep breath and think about the importance of building a brand, because without having one, you're leaving money on the table. People who are less talented than you, who know how to create their brand, they can get ahead of you just because they know how to talk about themselves. And you can be the person who always does all the jobs in the office, but because you are staying late and you are at your desk, you don't take breaks, you don't talk about yourself, you're the only person who may know how valuable you really are for the company. And if you think that your manager thinks you're valuable, that's true. Maybe your manager will know that you're valuable for 5 minutes, but the manager has a lot of other things to worry about. And if you don't remind people about your achievements, they will forget about you. So make sure that you contribute to your own success and don't just focus on getting the job done. Follow me for more.